to my YouTube channel. So in this video I would like to share you some information about living in the UK as a Muslim. Today I have my friend here with me. Her name is...
My name's Izma and I've lived in the UK my whole life, so
yeah,
I'm gonna be an expert at this.
In this video we're gonna have two perspectives from me as a student who are just studying in the UK and just started to be in the UK since a year, and Izma, who has been in the UK for all her life.
That sounds really sad.
We're gonna have some Q&A questions and we're gonna read it one by one and we're gonna answer it by both of our perspectives. Okay, let's start. The first question is, what is the biggest challenge living in the UK as a Muslim? You first.
I don't know, I think it could be that you're not necessarily surrounded by Muslims all the time. Like, it depends on the area, obviously, but then sometimes that's a challenge because sometimes you can lose your faith, or like when you're surrounded by other Muslims, it helps you with your own like iman, and even like just remembering little things like Ramadan's easier, or like going to pray is easier. I think that would be the biggest challenge, actually.
But from my perspective, because I'm from Indonesia and Indonesia is like majority Muslim people living there, so when I went to the UK, the biggest challenge is that it's not that easy to find prayer room. So especially like if I go outside to the city, that we ended up like praying sitting or praying in the bus like that.
Like loads of times, like in the car,
yeah.
You'll just find a bench on the side.
Yeah, exactly, on the bench, and then we pray then even though people see us like that. So, and then actually like finding the food also, not that easy. Like in Indonesia that there's plenty of food of halal food, but here we have to be very selective. So that's some of the challenge that I face. So let's continue to the next questions. Is it hard to find place to pray?
That comes with what you just said. I think, yeah, because you can't necessarily pray in a masjid, but it's slowly getting better. But sometimes the masjids are out of the way. So in the UK, a lot of our masjids are just like houses that have been converted, or like pubs or churches. So because of that, they're not necessarily in like central locations. You like need to drive out. But yeah, I think it is kind of difficult actually.
We need to know where is the mosque located, and then we need to know where is the prayer room located. We usually pray in the bench or in the bus or in the car, like we said before.
Especially for Maghrib, it's difficult because like it gets dark as well.
Yeah.
So being out and not necessarily in like a safe area or something where the masjid's located can sometimes be difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Because the time zone, because in the Maghrib it becomes darker.
Yeah.
And then the time zone also changes. Like when it was Maghrib, it was like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And now it's
in the UK, our salah times are literally all over the place. Like there's never a set time that like Fajr will be, or even Asr. So because of that, that's also, it's difficult with routine because your whole day revolves around salah. And like sometimes Maghrib's at like 4:30 or something. If you're fasting that day, then you have to break fast. You can't break fast with your family. You can't necessarily. It's not easy to pray Maghrib because 4:30 breaks like just before work ends or school. So yeah,
you need to be updated with the schedule of the prayer time. It changes like every month. Okay, let's continue to the next question. Is it hard to find halal food in the UK?
I think it is, because like especially over here, as a Western Muslim, our definition of halal is different as well. So because like my family's from Singapore, for them halal is like it doesn't sell alcohol, it doesn't sell pork, like it's completely halal. But for us, it's like as long as there's a halal option, or even if it's vegetarian, we'll eat in those places, even if they sell alcohol, because it's difficult to find a place that doesn't sell alcohol in the UK.
Same as me. What I do as a student, I find out like the logo, halal logo, or I ended up finding food that is vegetarian because it doesn't consist of meat. What is actually your favorite food in here? Like your favorite halal food?
I don't know really. Like I don't have a favorite, but I don't have a favorite anyway.
But I mean like which shop do you usually go, like if you eat outside of the city centre?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. The thing is, I think I normally just go for vegetarian because like where I live, there's not that many halal options. But even then, over here halal is kind of difficult because sometimes there's like different boards. There's like HMC, HFA, and to some Muslims, like HFA isn't actually halal because they stun the chicken or the animal before they actually kill it in the halal way. So also that's another thing that you have to think about. Do you only eat at HMC? Because then that way you're more selective than like another Muslim could be. So
so I ended up eating food like, you know, the burger and chips and halal doner, kebab,
Oh yeah,
things like that.
like local kebab shops.
Local kebab shop, but I think it's not really healthy to eat it every
Yeah.
day. So yeah, sometimes I just cook at home. So
What about like going to the butchers for you?
there is like Mughal here, like
Yeah.
Sharm and Hassan. So we need to find some supermarket that is halal. So in Nottingham, actually, there are plenty of halal
Yeah.
supermarket that we can get. So it's safe for us as a Muslim living in the UK.
Like Nottingham's quite good.
Yeah.
So where I live, we have to like travel at least an hour or something to
Mhm.
get to our halal butchers. So it's like, again, it's different in different parts of the UK. But
Yeah.
Nottingham's quite good.
Nottingham is good. There's plenty of halal food that we can take and then we can cook at home. Okay, next, continue to the next question is how is Eid in the UK?
Okay, you should go first.
Me? Okay, so Eid in the UK, because like in Nottingham or in the UK, it's like plenty of multicultural people living here. So there are a lot of international students, which are Muslim too. And for me, in this year, I went to London, so I celebrated Eid with the Indonesian. Also supported from the school because there are Eid prayers. Yeah, the Salah, yeah, but
Even the local mosques.
in the local mosque is also celebrate Eid.
For me, like when I'm with my family, it will be we go to like the masjid in the morning, local masjid, and then you kind of just eat for the rest of the day. I mean, that's pretty much the same in
Yeah.
every country. I guess the only difference is like for a student, if you're here, you're on your own.
Yeah,
Like when
we
I'm in
don't
Nottingham,
have- yeah.
we don't have our family, so it's like finding the replacement, which can sometimes be difficult.
That's right.
But and also it doesn't necessarily feel like Eid. That's one thing that I will say because I kind of miss it when you're in like Indonesia or in Singapore where there's like more Muslims and you can really feel like it's a day off and everyone's celebrating. It feels like so much nicer. But over here, because the rest of the people are at work or at school, you just feel like
Alone.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I feel too. And I try to find places where I can feel home. So that's why I went to London and I celebrated my Eid in the Indonesian embassy, that where we meet lots of Indonesian family and Indonesian food. So that's my experience of my Eid this year. Okay, so continue to the next question is how is fasting in the UK?
It really just depends. It's about the time zone thing again.
Exactly.
Right now
really
we're
hard.
fasting like
It's
18,
really hard.
19-hour days,
Yeah,
which
18,
is